Work in progress, variability, hidden dependencies, and blockage are deeply connected flow concepts that explain why agile teams sometimes struggle to deliver consistently. Together, they determine how smoothly work moves through a system from started to done, and they directly influence cycle time, predictability, and team efficiency. Work in progress is the number of items a team has started but not yet finished. In Lean and Agile systems, WIP is one of the strongest indicators of flow health. When WIP is too high, work becomes scattered across many tasks, which increases multitasking and reduces focus. Instead of completing work, teams spend most of their energy switching between items, which leads to slower overall delivery even if everyone feels busy. High WIP also increases work aging, meaning tasks stay in progress longer than they should. The longer something remains open, the higher the chance it will encounter delays, rework, or dependencies. This is why Kanban systems often enforce explicit WIP limits, to force finishing before starting new work and to improve flow efficiency. Variability refers to the unpredictability in how long work items take to complete. Some tasks are straightforward and finish quickly, while others involve unknowns, complexity, or external coordination. Variability is not inherently bad, it is natural in product development, but unmanaged variability makes planning unreliable and increases delivery risk. There are two main types of variability: internal and external. Internal variability comes from the team's own processes, such as unclear requirements or inconsistent estimation. External variability comes from outside the team, such as stakeholder feedback delays, API issues, or third-party dependencies. Both types can disrupt flow, but external variability is often harder to control. When variability is high, teams experience uneven flow. Some work items move quickly through the system, while others get stuck for long periods. This creates a stop-and-go pattern where forecasting becomes difficult. Even if average cycle time looks acceptable, the range of delivery times becomes wide, making commitments unreliable. Hidden dependencies are one of the biggest causes of unexpected delays in agile environments. These are relationships between tasks that just aren't identified during planning or backlog refinement. For example, a user story might depend on another team's API, a security approval, or maybe even a design asset that hasn't been created yet. And because these dependencies aren't visible up front, teams often discover them only after work has already started. The danger of hidden dependencies is that they create false readiness. A task may look ready for development, but in reality, it just can't progress without some kind of external input. This leads to those mid-sprint surprises, replanning, and, idle time, all of which increase cycle time and reduce predictability. Blockage happens when a work item simply can't proceed due to an impediment. Unlike normal waiting in a queue, blocked work is completely stalled. Common blockers include things like missing requirements, unclear acceptance criteria, environment issues, review delays, or waiting on dependencies. Blockers are especially harmful because they consume work-in-progress capacity without generating any real value. A key challenge here is that blockage is often not explicitly visible in teams that don't have strong flow management practices. Work may still appear to be in progress, even though no actual progress is happening. This creates a misleading impression of productivity and hides those systemic inefficiencies. Effective teams use explicit blocked states or visual signals on their boards to expose these issues right away. High work in progress amplifies all three problems: variability, hidden dependencies, and blockage. When too many items are in progress, it just becomes harder to detect which tasks are stuck, which dependencies are missing, and which work is actually moving forward. This in turn leads to longer queues, slower feedback loops, and increased coordination overhead. Reducing work in progress is one of the most powerful ways to improve flow. With fewer items in progress, teams can focus more deeply, surface hidden dependencies earlier, and resolve blockers faster. It also reduces variability in delivery because work moves through the system in a much more controlled and predictable manner. Ultimately, improving flow really requires making work visible and limiting how much is started at once. By controlling work in progress, actively managing variability, exposing hidden dependencies early, and addressing blockage quickly, teams can transform delivery from unpredictable and reactive to something that's smooth, fast, and reliable.